Ah, yes, I found my shelf. Welcome, you shall be welcome to this very video. Today I've got somebody with me that is kind of familiar. If you've seen my videos from last year, this will seem very familiar to you. And it is the Ducati Monster. It's back, baby! So, the Ducati is back. Now, keep in mind, this is not my bike. This is actually my father's bike. I picked it up for him in Holmestrand just now, and I'm gonna ride it home because he's at work and he wants this bike. So, let's go take it for a ride while we talk about nonsense again. But first, we need to listen to this. Ooh, alright, let us begin the ride. Now this is the Ducati Monster 796. It's a 2012 model. Now, this video might come out a little bit late. Today is the 26th of April. The 26th of April. And I have just been, yesterday and the day before that, I was out test riding all of the bikes on, well, most of them at least, on Monster bike. So getting on this bike, it feels like home. It's, I freaking love this bike. It's exactly what I want. So I think if I ever get rid of the MT-09, you'll have to stop me pretty hard from not buying this bike. Now I'm very lucky because my dad owns this bike, so I get to ride it every now and then. It is a V-twin, obviously, air-cooled. I don't think it's a dry clutch, but that is one of the criteria he had, because his hand easily acts up and stuff like that, so a really hard clutch he can't have. So that's why this clutch is super light. Now, the seating position on this, if you don't remember, I'm totally in review mode right now, or test ride mode, but seating position is leaned forward, much more than I remembered. And I love the sound of this engine. It's, I don't know, I triple cylinder or 2-cylinder. That's my jam, dude. That's my jam. So right now we are taking the coastal line, riding the Ducati, taking it home. There is something about the Italian bikes. I don't know if it's because I've ridden this so much that it feels very good to me, but there's something about it. It has a character, and the V-twin is something else. Now, if you also do remember, last time I rode this bike, I kind of, it wasn't my fault, I would say, but something broke on the bike. So that was the exhaust valve. I've made a video explaining all of this, but the exhaust valve got somehow destroyed when I accelerated once with this bike. Oh, we can do the biker wave. Hi, man. There's been some emotional roller coasters on this bike, to be fair, to be honest. So you might see videos on this bike occasionally, but not regularly, not at all, because it's not my bike. Again, it's not my bike. I think I didn't do a good enough job of mentioning that when I did ride this, or when I explained how I broke it and stuff like that. I didn't do a good enough job explaining that it is not my bike. Everything just feels like home now. It's so tight, it's so tiny, it feels so light. This bike has a special place in my heart. It really does. I mean, last year I put about 5,000 kilometers on this bike before I got around to buying the MT-09. My father was kind enough to let me borrow it for as long as I wanted until I bought my bike, so that I wouldn't rush into getting a new bike. How could he do that? Well, he's a fantastic dad. That's all I have to say about that. And it's not just because he's letting me borrow his bikes. He's a fantastic dad. There are so many other things he's done, and things that I've done that I shouldn't be forgiven for. I took the motorcycle license when I kind of weren't allowed to, but he still is really supportive. After I took the license, that is, because then he realized it was too late. So I'm sorry about that, Dad. If you're watching this, I'm sorry. I'm so happy that this bike is back. I don't think I ever saw it after I crashed it. I didn't crash it. I don't think I saw this bike. I can't remember seeing this bike after I kind of broke the exhaust valve. So let's hope that everything is fine now. Now I'm gonna take it cool back home to my dad, and then he can ride it whenever he wants, because now I've got my bikes. And yeah, now I have to say the seating position is much more aggressive than I thought. But that is the Ducati. This is a small, aggressive little bastard of a bike. Right, now this is the exact place that we did the test rides on, or the monster bike test rides that I mentioned earlier. And I want to touch a little bit on the test ride subject, because I go to these demo days. I know I'm probably not going to change my bike out, my MT-09, but how would I know if I don't try stuff? So I know people are kind of scared, me included, of going to a dealer and saying, hey, this bike might be interesting, can I test it? I'm probably not gonna buy it, but it would be really interesting to test it. And people that say that, people do that all the time, and it's a dealer's decision to let you test ride or not. But I really do appreciate when dealers and importers of bikes and stuff like that, when they set up something like a demo day, because that means that I get to test ride every single thing I want without asking. And to be frank, that has also made me realize that I really like my bikes. I say my bikes as if this is one of them, but it's not. But I really like the Ducati just the way it is, and I really like the MT-09, and I like them both for their own reasons. So I really like doing those test rides, because that either I'm realizing that I don't have the bike that I really want, or I just realize, yeah, I do have the bike that I want. I mean, that is not the intention of a demo day. The intention is that people want to buy a bike, and specifically those bikes they are testing. And I mean, also I get some content out of it, which is nice for me, but I really like the demo days. It's just the concept of it. Just, hey, come try our stuff. If you like it, cool, buy it. If not, hey, no obligations. I thought it would be kind of funny to go here on a bike that I'm not really test riding, talk about test riding. If you have followed my channel for the last weeks, you've probably seen like a lot of test ride videos. So yeah, I don't know, I just wanted to get that out there. I like testing bikes. I think it's really fun because there's so many different bikes out there. All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop mumbling and say thank you guys so much for watching this, not a test ride video, but the Ducati is finally where it belongs, and it's at my dad's place. And God, just listen to that sound. Oh my goodness. All right, Thank you guys so much for watching this little video. I don't know how long it is, but if you like the video, you know what to do, and I'll catch you in the next one.